Sage is evil. I do have a little conspiracy theory about him. Ever since I laid my eyes on you. Everyone was saying LPS2 was dying, but Sophie's like, ha, you thought so, am I right? Is that Lena is texting someone. We don't know who. We know it's a cat, or at least, well, I don't know why they have a cat emoji then. Lick Sage in the mouth right after that. Honestly, my favorite characters of LPS Popular are Alicia and Savannah's mom. Guys, it happened. It happened! It happened! On Friday, January 18th, the long-awaited episode 29 of LPS Popular finally dropped. And let's just say we put the sausage on the barbecue. What if in like episode 30 they just end up actually
putting Savannah on a barbecue?
I mean, that's a bit dark. Probably not gonna happen. Hey guys, it's me, George here, and welcome to today's video. And today we're gonna be talking about LPS Popular. Now, originally, I was actually going to make a video just like really talking about the series, like my theories, my predictions of what I want to happen in the series. I was going to make a video like this before the episode dropped. However, I was like, you know what? Let's just wait until after the episode drops. Once, you know, the tea's settled in, not everybody's still shaking from the premiere, and, you know, we can talk about it then. And that's what we're doing today. Okay, now before we really get into our discussion, because you know I have to ramble for like 17 minutes before I get into anything, let's talk about just LPS Popular and SophieGTV in general. Okay, I just want to say I love SophieGTV and her work so much. In fact, actually, back in the days when I was an infant, the first actual LPS video I ever saw on YouTube was an LPS Popular episode. So actually, the very first LPS video, an LPS Popular episode I ever watched was actually episode 15. And actually, this was like 2012, 2013 time. So the episode actually wasn't even that old. It was only like a few months old. What was actually really funny about episode 15 being my first ever LPS Popular episode I watched is this is like after the episode that Brooke like throws the massive party and there's like all this drama going on, and episode 15 is like the episode where they're all just recovering from all the drama that happened and talking about it. And I remember like my like infant self watching this, I was like, what is happening? I don't know, but there's a lot of drama and I'm really into it. Either way, on that first day, I remember I just watched episode 15 and I'm like, okay, this series is gonna be good. And then I just started like binge watching the whole series, and after that, that's actually what got me into LPS Tube and properly LPS collecting. Like I had a couple LPS in my past, but it was really LPS Tube that like actually, you know, made me start collecting LPS and continue collecting LPS and making videos, and you know, that's where it really all started. So thank you, Sophie, for that. Like honestly, I admire her work so much. Like I don't know, she's just an awesome creator, you know, and she's inspired so many other people and she's influenced so many other people. And yeah, I think she's really made a huge mark in LPS too. But either way, let's fast forward to today. Okay, now I feel like I kind of need to address this elephant in the room. I know a lot of people in the comments and a lot of people like on Instagram and stuff have been talking about, and you know, they're always talking about this, but the long wait it has been since the last episode of LPS Popular. Like, it's so weird to think that the last episode of LPS Popular actually came out in November 2015. Like, I remember when that episode dropped, you know, like, everybody was shook, obviously. But seriously, like, it did not feel like that long ago. Honestly, I don't know if this is just me, but I cannot believe that was 3 years ago. Like, apparently it is now, but I don't know, it's just weird. But either way, obviously 3 years, yeah, it is a long time, you know, for another episode of a series. However, if you guys don't know what happened to Sophie, which if you guys can like go to like the new episode of LPS Popular and just go to the pinned comment, she explains like her absence and why she hasn't been posting LPS Popular episodes, and it's completely acceptable. And honestly, if she wanted to just quit LPS Tube and finish LPS Popular, like I would completely understand. But even after all that she went through, and she's even addressed this herself, but she still really wants to be part of the LPS Tube community and still make videos. And I really do think that she's showing that she does still want to continue making videos and especially still be part of the LPS Tube community. I mean, seriously, like she's been on like Instagram and like she's been like supporting so many people on there and even like other YouTubers, and it's really nice. Honestly, I still can't believe this, but she actually added me to her feature channels, which is like, thank you so much, Sophie. Like that is crazy. That is insane. Like thank you so much. Like I can't believe it. And it's with a bunch of other LPS tubers too, you know, she's been so supportive and she's really like being an active, you know, person in the LPS tube community or LPS Graham or online community. And it really means a lot to me, and I think it means a lot to a lot of other people. And I mean, honestly, again, it's not like she was completely gone off the internet. Like, she was still pretty active on Instagram in 2017. And I mean, still, she posted, like, the LPS News series, which personally, I actually really enjoyed. I thought that was a really fun series. Especially, you know, since she didn't really have time to make LPS Popular videos. I think that was a really nice thing that she could do. But either way, she's back now. She's better than ever. Like, literally, the LPS Popular 29 episode, I loved it so much. Like, the quality is better than any other LPS Popular episode. Okay, now finally, let's talk about LPS Popular episode 29, Operation Barbecue the Sausage. Everyone was saying LPS2 was dying, but Sophie's like, ha, you thought so, am I right? I actually did a live stream with my bro, LPS Kodiak Productions. We did a live, like, right when the episode was premiering for the first time. We were basically just screaming for, like, 5 minutes. Okay, so where do we start with LPS Popular 29? Honestly, I really liked the episode. I mean, it was part 1 out of 2 of the season finale, which I thought originally that episode 30 would just be the series finale, like, ever for LPS Popular, which is kind of sad. But actually, I was reading a comment that Sophie replied to, and she said that she still does plan on more seasons after this, so that's exciting that we're getting more LPS Popular after this. But seriously, episode 30 is gonna be crazy. So again, I really like this episode because it was a nice build up to like part 2, because we know that some big things are gonna happen, and I don't know when episode 30 is gonna come out, but seriously, it's gonna be huge. Like, I really hope they actually throw Savvy on a barbecue. But either way, before we get into my theories, predictions, and what I want to happen in the series, let's take a little overview of the episode and see all the main tea spills that happened. Okay, first off, I love the new intro. I think it's really cool. I like it. I like the little texting. It's cool.
Okay, so the first sort of big thing that we found out in this episode
is that Lena is texting someone. We don't know who. We know it's a cat, or at least, well, I don't know why they have a cat emoji then. To be honest, Lena, like, isn't a character that I care that much about, no offense. But, you know, it'll be interesting to see how this storyline goes. Yeah. And that Brooke, Rachel, and Alicia are, of course, trying to sabotage Savannah's life with their new Operation Barbecue the Sausage. Also, this isn't something that I actually thought of, but a lot of people were saying apparently Brooke's pregnant now, which I kind of don't want that to happen. I want to see Sage as a father at some point. That's going to be hilarious. Actually, I'm going to have a lot to say about Sage in this video. You guys just wait. Also, Brooke and Lana ran into each other in the school scene, and honestly, I thought Lana was about to stab Brooke or something. I was very scared during the premiere. However, she just kind of ran off very nervously. I still don't get what's up with Lana and her brother. I mean, obviously, I think they're going to play a key part in the series, but honestly, they've been very mysterious since, like, 2013, and we need to find out what's happening with them. Oh, and also, the biggest part, turns out that Savvy, again, of course, this whole episode, she's very heartbroken, again, after the breakup with her and Sage, which, I'm gonna talk about Sage later. But, we also find out that she's running back to Tom. Say what? At the start of the episode, Tom actually finds out that Savvy has broken up with Sage, and she's super heartbroken about it, and actually, Savvy herself tries to call Tom. He never picks up her calls, and actually, then Tom's current girlfriend, I don't know what's her name, Violette, I'm pretty sure, she finds Tom's phone and sees that Savvy's been trying to call him, and she blocks her. But those are probably, like, the most important points of the episode I wanted to quickly overview, and now that we have that done, let's finally get into my theories, predictions, and what I want to happen in the series. Okay, to be completely honest with you guys, I was sort of disappointed in this episode because I didn't get to see my Sagey Wagey, so I can bash on every single thing he says and does, even if there's nothing wrong with it. Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, I hate Sage. I really don't like Sage, no! Like, Sage, no! By the way, guys, this is my beautiful LPS Popular crew. I don't have Savvy because I suck, but yeah. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys and say I don't like Sage, like, at all. Maybe in Season 1, he was okay, slightly questionable, but after, like, Season 2, like, after, like, Episode 18 or whatever, like, once Savvy and Sage got together, honestly, I really think his true colors showed, especially in the last few episodes before this. Sage is evil. Okay, maybe he's not evil, but I do have a little conspiracy theory about him. I'm not Shane Dawson, but I'll try to be. Okay, he might not be evil, but he is so shady. I mean, he is so shady. Like, seriously. And look, even I think it's a bit dramatic to call him like a villain of the series, like Brooke, but he's definitely not necessarily a good character or a good person in general. Okay, now let's make a list of why I hate Sage. Okay, I know this is super basic, But I mean, okay, let's just point out the most obvious thing. Sage really only noticed Savannah ever, like, since she got the makeover. Like, before the makeover, he didn't really care much or pay attention to her at all. You know, he just cared about licking Brooke in the face. And then when Savvy came and she dyed her fur and she was, like, hot and all, you know, he wanted to lick her instead. So, And in episode 23, Savannah actually talks to Sage about this, and, you know, she asks, you know, like, when did you start liking me? And he's like, ever since I laid my eyes on you, because he's, like, so smooth and whatever. And then Savvy's like, before or after the makeover, and he's like, And in that episode, he does actually admit that he only really ever noticed her after the makeover, and that really upsets Savannah. However, after that, he does say that, you know, he's changed since then, and if Savvy were ever to, like, you know, dye her fur back to, like, her original self, or, you know, start wearing glasses again, he, you know, obviously would feel exactly the same about her, which will he not? I want to find that out, but Savvy won't do it because she's boring. Seriously though, this is something that I've wanted to happen in the series for such a long time, like literally probably ever since like the last LPS Popular episode, like back in 2015. I've always wanted to see Savannah dye her fur again back to her original self, you know, turn into like a beagle again. But I mean, honestly, you know, let's even just say that Savannah, she likes her fur dye. She likes being, you know, the like red-headed dachshund or whatever. Even if she just were to start wearing glasses again and to be like the stereotypical nerdy, you know, like she was before, I would love to see that. Let's be honest, none of this drama would have happened if she hadn't gotten the makeover. But either way, that's another thing. Okay, this is probably my biggest reason why I hate Sage so much. Besides him being a very stereotypical jock, he is very full of himself. Like, seriously, he thinks everybody is in love with him. Even just look at episode 28, like, after Savannah breaks up with Sage, and, you know, he asks, you know, is this because of Brigitte? And she says no. Like, the first thing he does is goes up to Brigitte and instantly thinks that she is in love with him, and, If you don't know what happened in episode 28, basically Sage goes up to Brigitte after the breakup happened, and he thinks that Brigitte said to Savvy something that forced them to break up, because he thinks that Brigitte's in love with him. I mean, seriously, you guys need to rewatch that scene in that episode again, episode 28, at the very end.
Savannah just dumped me, Brigitte. She dumped me because of you.
Me? What did I do?
You know exactly what you did. You did this on purpose. I knew you had a thing for me.
A thing for you? Are you so full of yourself that you think every girl likes you?
You know you're attractive, okay? And you use that to your advantage.
And it's not my fault that you are looking at other girls while you have a girlfriend.
What are you saying?
I am saying that I know you have thoughts about me. About more than friends. And you are just angry because you don't want to admit.
And I mean, seriously, that episode has a lot of tea. I mean, Brigitte completely confronts him and says, you know, I know that you like me, which is kind of weird that he's crushing on, you know, Brigitte while he's with Savannah. And then, you know, Sage gets really angry because I think it's true, and, you know, and even in that episode and in the argument, he admits that he's attracted to Brigitte, which is, you know, questionable. And she talks about how he's flirted with other girls, and Sage, you know, doesn't want to admit it, but I think you can really tell that it's true. And I mean, you really need to look at like the last few episodes, like before 29, to really get a grip of like the character that Sage has become. He just thinks everyone's in love with him, and because I know he's like Kali 58, so he's like, you know, sexy or whatever, but like still, like, no dude. Either way, Sage kind of admits it, and he gets super mad at Brigitte, and he literally tells her to go back to France. Look, I'm sure Sage really likes Savannah, but he's shady, okay, and I think he's too immature for a relationship. I mean, it's not cute, and it's not a ship. It's not an OTP, Sage and Savannah. I really don't think so. Sage and Savannah, that relationship, I don't know, it's, like, seriously, it's awkward. Like, they don't really have much trust. Also, when Brigitte was introduced in the series, Savvy immediately thought that, you know, her and Sage were sort of having a thing together, which just questions the stability of their relationship. Like, just because, you know, there's this new girl that's come to school and she's, like, living with Sage and they're, like, close, like, family friends, like, it doesn't mean they're automatically together. Like, you know, it's just questionable, Savvy, questionable stability. This was the same with Tom. And even the way their relationship started in the first place is just kind of weird, and I don't know, I just really don't like their relationship. I don't know, and honestly, I think it's a really good thing that Sage and Savannah broke up. Seriously, he's a character that's very full of himself. He thinks everybody's in love with him. He's sort of in love with other people too. I really think because of this, Sage is becoming like a bad character of the series, and I think he's doing some really shady stuff, which, I mean, again, I'm not saying that he's like some sort of supervillain, because he's not. But he's not a good character, and he's not a good person, I don't think. He's done just, again, shady things that are just like, what, dude? Like, he was supposed to be a good character, but as the series evolved and the characters grew, I think he grew into, you know, more of a bad character. However, I really do want to see how he acts in episode 30. I mean, hopefully he's in it. I think he would be. And I really want to see about how he acts, because, I mean, in episode 28, I think we really saw, you know, Sage's true colors and sort of true intentions shine, and I just really want to see how he acts in 2019 now. So I can hate on him more. And now, speaking of which, takes me to the next topic. Tom and Savannah. Now, back when I was an infant watching LPS Popular, I shipped Savannah and Tom so much. I didn't really care too much about Sage. I love Tom. And honestly, I still do think that Savannah and Tom together are a lot better than Savannah and Sage together. But honestly, I don't think they're a good couple too. And look, I know a lot of people still like Savannah and Tom together. And in episode 29, their ship is sort of coming back, so...
questionable.
But seriously, I think the problems of their relationship actually begin at the very start of the relationship. Honestly, if you really think about it, Tom was sort of just the rebound for Savannah. I mean, because she was triggered at Sage, so to get back at him, she got together with Tom, which was like the, you know, the second most popular guy in school. Which, honestly, it's questionable. Everything, all the relationships in this series are questionable. And honestly, I don't think their relationship was even that serious. I mean, because the evidence is kind of there. Like, if you watch back episode 14, where Brooke devises the plan to make it look like Tom's cheating on Savannah with her, obviously when Savannah finds them, she is pretty heartbroken. However, what's really interesting is, yeah, she's heartbroken at first, but straight away, the first thing she does after she finds out that her boyfriend was cheating on her, the first thing she does is go to Sage, and she just makes out with him, literally. Like, she moved on so quickly. Obviously, relationship wasn't serious. Like, if she can just, you know, be completely heartbroken for a second and then straight just go lick Sage in the mouth right after that, where is the stability in that relationship? And I think that perfectly shows how Tom was just a rebound with Sage, because straight after, you know, they broke up, she got with Sage again, and he was just a rebound. And I love Tom so much, but I don't think him and Savannah were a good thing. And look, I really think Tom's a good guy. I think he's a really lovable character, and I don't think he really did many things that were, you know, necessarily wrong, unlike Sage. And, you know, now in episode 29, Savannah's completely heartbroken because she had to break up with Sage, and now she's trying to get back together with Tom. Again, like, girl, no. But you know what? Maybe I'm wrong, okay? Because maybe if it weren't for Brooke, they wouldn't have broken up in the first place, and Savannah still could have been with Tom because, I mean, honestly, like, Brooke broke their relationship, you know. Look, honestly, I love Brooke. I love Brooke so much. She's just the queen, you know?
All hail Queen Brooklyn Hayes.
But, yeah, okay, look, she is the villain of the series, and she's done a lot of awful things to Savannah, and she won't really stop. Like, you got your Sage back now, so I think it's time that she needs to calm down. But honestly, yeah, Brooke is pretty mean, and she's done a lot of awful things to Savannah, and honestly, a lot of the times, I don't really think it's that necessary. Like, I know she was mad at her for, like, a lot of things, like stealing her cricket and her boyfriend, but, like, seriously, is Sage worth it? But no, seriously, now I know she's planning, you know, to barbecue her, like, literally, but, yeah, again, unnecessary. And look, I think there is another side of Brooke that we haven't really seen in the series. I know that her dad died. I don't know which episode they talk about it, but they do talk about it in an episode, and I don't think Brooke's mom, yeah, you know, she's, like, super rich and she spoils her daughter, but I don't really know how much she, like, necessarily loves her or spends time with her. So, I don't know, I think Brooke, you know, obviously she's come from a wealthy family, but I don't really think a very loving family. And obviously that's no justification for the awful things that she's done to Savannah and other people, but I think there is another side of Brooke that we haven't seen yet, and it explains why she's done pretty mean things and she's a pretty mean person. Of course, it's not a justification for it, but it's an explanation why. Because, I mean, I don't think people are just naturally mean. It usually does, you know, sprout from something else. AKA Brooke's dad dying and her kinda mean mom. I don't know, I think there's a much deeper part of Brooke, but we just can't see it yet because she, you know, she's supposed to live the perfect life. Everything in her life is supposed to be great and perfect. To be honest, I don't really know where I want Tom's character to go. I mean, he's living in France now, you know, like, he seems to be pretty good, you know, he's dating Violette. Honestly, I don't think they're a bad couple so far. I think they're, you know, they're just like a whatever couple. But honestly, you know, if Tom's happy in France, then that's great. He shouldn't get back with Savannah, though. I don't think I want that to happen. It would be interesting, though. But I don't know. It would be interesting to see if Tom and Savannah got back together. I don't think it's the best thing for both of them. But, yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting. But, I think he's better with Violette. And that finally leads me to conclude this video to talk about Savannah. Now, I've already spoken about Savannah and how I want her to, you know, do a little make-under and look like how she used to at the start of the series. Or even just to start wearing glasses, because maybe she does like the fur dye and being a dachshund. Look, especially in Season 2 when she got back together with Sage, I think her character changed a little and she became sort of the girl that she used to be at the start of the series. Because at the start of the series, again, she was pretty shy and quiet, but then it was sort of, Brooke and Angelina that made her like this popular, sassy, savage girl, you know what I mean? After she got the makeover in like episode 4 or 5, like her attitude also did a total 180, like she became this mean, sassy, popular girl trying to take down Brooke. And then, you know, once she got what she wanted, aka Sage, she sort of stopped and she just became like how she used to be. But honestly, her being sort of this quiet girl is kind of boring. Like, I like the sassy Savannah because, especially because of what Brooke's doing to her. Brooke truly does keep tormenting and bullying Savannah, and honestly, Savannah hasn't stood up for herself at all in this series. Or actually, I should probably say just in Season 2, because again, in Season 1, Brooke and Savannah were fighting all the time, and, you know, Savannah, whatever Brooke did to Savannah, she always bounced back. But now she sort of just cries it out, you know, sort of helpless. And honestly, it's kind of sad, and I don't blame, you know, Savannah for doing this. I mean, especially with what she's going through. It's hard to be able to stand up for yourself, but I think it would be really interesting if she did, and she could stand up to Brooke, still not get back together with Sage, because it was good she broke up with him anyway. But, seriously, I just want her to be just strong and independent, and just stand up to Brooke. Honestly, I don't know if this would happen, but at the end of the series, I would love to see Savannah and Brooke become, like, best friends again. Or not even best friends, but just friends at least. That would be kind of hilarious. You know, it's like the most famous LPS2 rivalry. They end up becoming friends again, and I think it has a really nice message along with it if something like that does happen. Again, I don't see them being best friends again, but, just like, you know, not having beef with each other. Just a healthy relationship. But honestly, I think that's really all I have to cover for this video. But yeah, guys, that's really all for this video. I am honestly so excited for episode 30. I mean, I just can't wait. Honestly, I do hope it comes out soonish because I'm so excited. You know, if we can get it like in the second quarter of 2019, that would be super exciting. Again, with what happened with Sophie, obviously, it's gonna take a little longer, and that's okay. Honestly, whenever it comes out, it's still gonna be incredible, and I know Sophie won't disappoint us. But yeah. But yeah, guys, that's really all for this video. What did you guys think of LPS Popular episode 29? And comment down below your theories, predictions, and what you want to see happen in the series. But yeah, guys, that's really all for this video. So thank you for watching, and yeah, bye!
Let me tell you, not because my